That's not even framed right. Crooked. Alright, it's fine. Who cares? You don't care. You didn't watch these intros. Alright, guys. Welcome to Studio Vlog 13. It's the 13th studio vlog. It's also spooky season. It's very fitting. But we're in a new space, if you didn't notice. It's not the old one that looked like a dungeon. We're actually in Mais's space. So it's new to me, old to him. That's Mais. You've met him before. He's super nice. He's been waving in all these takes. We're on take like 550 because I don't know how to plan videos. But we are in the new studio space. It's kind of exciting, and the new words. The new studio space isn't in Boston because I moved. I don't live there anymore. So we're actually in Concord, New Hampshire. Still feels weird to say it. I've been here about a month now, and I'm not used to it. Anyway, we're in a new space. It's a beautiful, beautiful work space, studio space, art, whatever. Yeah, it's a really nice space. That's what I'm getting at. Nervously sips Monster. Okay. So yeah, it's been a while since I've filmed a video, clearly, because this looks terrible. So sorry about that. But we're in a new space. We have a ton of projects going on right now. Mais is making cool shit right now. I'm making this video, and I'm gonna say that I have cool shit going on in the background, but I'm not sure if that's happened yet. It could have. Who knows? We'll know by the end of this video maybe if cool things have happened. But yeah, other than the major updates of me no longer living in Boston, not much else going on. I got a new job. I'm a creative director of a brand, which is also weird to say. So that's pretty good news. I thought the last video was so depressing and sad. I didn't know what to tell you guys because it was not a good time. But things are on the up. Doing some fun things. I'm also a tattoo apprentice now. That's cool. That's exciting news. Oh, look at him. Look at my smiling. He's proud almost. All right. I think that's the longest intro ever. We're going to get into the video with a bunch of random projects, and I'm probably going to narrate over them because I don't plan videos out very well. Someone please help me. Okay. All right. So I'm home right now. It's August 7th. It's a few days after my birthday, a few days after going to the studio. But I got to send a bunch of packages out, and it's actually all my SketchPal sketchbooks. So I got a couple of them here. I have like 2 more to send out. So I send these out to different friends that I have at this point now around the world, which is kind of cool. It's a little crazy to think about, but I have stuff going to the UK and other parts of the US, and I don't know, it's kind of a fun thing I've been doing for a few years. Some of them I literally have not sent back to people in over a year. Just things have been crazy, and it's a little expensive, but finally had some time sending these out before I move. So that's what I'm doing today. Got to go get some more materials. I got to grab a new like bullet journal and all that. But yeah, that's kind of it for today. Just wanted to check in and throw this in on the next vlog. All right, guys, it's one of the last days in the studio. Feeling a little weird, to be honest with you. I'm gonna use it as many days as I can, obviously, while I still have it. But it's my last month here in Boston. So last bit of the time here in the studio. I got this new rug frame I built in the last studio vlog. Pretty big, pretty massive. It's like, it's a massive frame. It's the largest one I've ever worked on. So this is going to be the largest rug I've ever made. So pretty crazy. I don't know what's going to happen. We're going to see how it goes. This thing is probably over 3 feet by 3 feet at this point. A little over 3 feet by 3 feet. So yeah, pretty spot on the rug size. Got my yarn already ready to go. I didn't have all the colors that I wanted to use, so we're gonna just go with what I got. Maybe do this in sections and just try to keep it a less stressful process. I'm probably gonna be here a while. I did just get a new job, but I don't start until the end of this weekend. It's currently Friday, so I got time to work on this thing. Probably going to just approach it by hitting all the golden yellow spots, which are these lines here. Use just regular alcohol markers to do this so I can see what I'm looking at. And I use a chisel tip marker, so it's a lot easier to actually write on the surface, whereas a bullet point will just go right through the mesh. So fun little pro tip there. Also, what works really well are the K71s from Crink. They're one of my favorite marker companies for a lot of reasons. I've been using them for years as a graffiti kid. Let me just relocate you guys again real quick. And so we're shooting running guns, so there's no plan to this. You know, kind of like always, but you can usually tell the videos that I take the time to actually write out scenes and everything. This is one. This is what we got though. You take these markers, you can see it if they're a nice chisel tip here. If you can kind of see that. Yeah, so that's why I use these. They're just easy to work with. They're very juicy, so just a little bit goes a long way, and that nib is fully saturated. You can kind of see on there, it really saturates that cap super well. So there's a lot of ink already on there, and you can just draw. It's a lot easier to draw with these than it is a regular pointed marker. So I have the red and the black here. These are colors I'm using. The other colors, I just use these touch tone markers I've had forever. They're inexpensive alcohol markers, or at least they used to be when I first got them, but chisels up again. So you guys have seen in my other how to make rug videos how to actually set this all up. This is a new frame that I built. It's on 2x4s and everything else, but I've already gone over stretching the actual fabric onto the frame itself and transferring the drawing with a projector and all that. All this other stuff I just fill in freehand from my sketch, and we're about to get started. So I'm going to set you guys up, throw on a podcast, or listen to some music, and we're going to get started on this thing.
And have no idea where this picture came from.
So I ended up losing all the footage for this section of the video where I was making the rug here, but I do kind of talk about the process once it's done, so you will get to see that. Sorry about that. That just happens sometimes. The camera I have just stops after 30 minutes of recording, and I forgot to just hit record again. So sorry about that, but here's the rug. Just got back to the studio. It's been a few days since the last time I was here, and this thing's pretty much done now. So you can see that all tufted, ready to go. Now I just got to glue it up. So I put the glue on here, let it sit for a day, then I can cut it off, and I got to trim the front. So let me show you that real quick. So towards the front, kind of see it's a little all over the place. Yeah, so a little all over the place, but it looks pretty good. I'm happy with it. I think this is the most technical rug I've done so far. I just got to come by and trim all this and shear it down. But yeah, not bad for one of the last rugs in the studio. Gotta say, I'm pretty stoked on how it came out. I think this is gonna go in the living room of the new place. Alright guys, so this is my last time in the art studio in Boston. Kind of bummed. It's a little sad to see this kind of space being taken apart. I didn't really get to work in here as much as I wanted, just like life was super crazy, but we had a crazy mold infestation from the unit above us. So all this stuff right here, this like all random mold, destroyed a bunch of my pieces, a bunch of my other studio mates' pieces. Like look at Rachel's chair, just got like destroyed. It's a huge bummer. This rug probably has mold on it. I haven't had a chance to really kind of shear it and see how bad it is, but I probably can't keep this, so I'm pretty bummed. I didn't even get to finish it, so that really sucks. I'm just packing up everything now to move to the new studio space, which I am kind of excited to show you guys, but just kind of wanted to update. Things have been a little crazy for me trying to move right now. This is the last of my stuff here. A lot of this is going to the new space in Concord. We'll see how that goes, and I don't know, man. Things are crazy right now. Okay, so this is just going over the studio space again with all the mold and all the damage and stuff. This is sort of mid-move, so everything's all over the place. It's a mess, but you can kind of see all the mold everywhere. This is Rachel's chair. It just got destroyed. All the mold coming from the ceiling. A bunch of pieces were already taken out of the space before I filmed this because they got so bad and they were thrown out. But just look at everything. Anything that was an absorbent surface is just covered in this gnarly mold. But not my problem anymore because I got a new space I'm working in. So that's good stuff. But here's me moving. What?
El jefe esta quería.
Oh, there it is.
But he wasn't in this one. I was in a different one.
There's another one?
Yeah.
What the fuck are they doing over there? Yeah, people are fucking weird, man. People are weird. Alright, so I'm filming right now because I gotta actually update people later, but this is us leaving Boston. It's been oh my god, like over almost an hour, I think, at this point, trying to drive out of here, close to it. And we've gone through pretty much every section of the city because of traffic. But what is this, Waze telling us to do this shit? Yeah, alright. It's been fun so far. So this is a clip I wanted to throw in here because people were asking me about it. This is actually me using a piece of threaded rod through one of my toys and some sanding sponges. I'm using it sort of like a lathe to smooth things out. People ask me about how I do this all the time or how I get things super smooth. This is part of the process. It works super well. It can be dangerous, so be careful, obviously, but I wanted to throw this in here. I do have a ton of other projects after this that are going to be a little bit more in depth, but just figured I'd answer this question because I get it all the time. That's how I do this. That's my secret. Okay, so I'm trying this masking technique. I've done this before on another toy painting video. You guys have probably seen that one. If not, I'll link it right up here. So what I basically did before was I had these laser cut when I had access to a laser cutter, actually a couple of years ago at this point. So surprisingly it's held up, but we're just doing a test spray because I have to do one that's a little bit more of a serious project after this. That was a commission thing from forever ago that I've just not been able to do because I haven't had a space to work in to properly do it. But now I do. So we're going to work on that today. This is a test. Alright, after debating for 6.5 hours, we concluded that it's best to remove the bottom jaw. Right, Maïs?
Yeah.
You heard him. Okay, so next all I gotta do is I have to go over this thing, make sure everything's pressed down, make sure there's no major gaps. Looks like it's pretty good here. And we're gonna go spray it. So we're gonna spray it with some black. Let that dry just enough, and then we will actually peel it all off and we'll have the design revealed. And then I'll spray it with some clear coat, and we will have a one-off custom. Alright, so this primer is finally dried. We're going to spray this really quickly. Gotta turn this on, it's getting a little noisy. Using the Rust-Oleum primer. Spray this real quick, light coats. Okay, so this has actually had enough time to dry. Looks really good. We're going to paint it with spray paint instead. We're going to use the Montana 94 paint. It's very thin, covers well, as long as you shake it correctly. And you do extremely light coats. Once that starts to dry, then I'll hit it with a clear coat. Let that dry. It should be good to go. We're going to peel the tape off before we do the clear coat. Light strokes. Okay, so as you can see, this is now covered in paint. Just going to inspect it real quick, make sure everything is covered nicely. Got a couple spots. Always good to double check your paint. Never know what's going to happen. There's not the best lighting in here yet. We're working on that, but looks pretty good, and the mask is staying in place. Hope you guys can see that, but nothing's peeling, nothing's going underneath. It looks great. Let this dry. We'll check it in probably like another 10 or 15 minutes. Once that's nice and solid, then I gotta go in and carefully remove all of the stencil. That's the scary part. So, see you then. Okay, so just finished letting the paint dry on this. And we are gonna peel it very carefully with some tweezers. Okay, I've got the first little piece off there. This will probably tear. I'm trying not to touch the surface at all because we still need to clear coat it, and we don't want to introduce any like grease or debris. If you have gloves and stuff, that's fine. You can probably just touch the toy, but I'm just trying to avoid that completely. Now, the reason this is going to be a little bit harder to peel is we actually let it dry. And normally you want to kind of peel it while it's wet, so you don't have as much of an issue peeling it off. But that's okay. We're just trying to get a nice clean finish. So we're just going to break it off in sections and bits very carefully. Okay, there we are. We have the teeth, the sides, and I didn't put the chin on there. So it looks a little strange, I'm not gonna lie. But people that know and people that are into Misfits, they'll recognize this pretty quickly. It's kind of fun. It isn't the exact Misfit skull. I changed some things. Not trying to get sued, but I'm also not selling this one unless you want it. If you want it, let me know. You can reach out on Instagram or whatever. I'll post this one at some point with a good photo. But that's that technique. Something I was experimenting with. Figured I'd throw it in the end of this vlog. This is basically a little test for a future upcoming project, and this shows that it works. So that's gonna do it for this little thing. Yeah, man. See you when I see you. Okay, we are in the studio right now and just got a new piece of equipment that I've always wanted one of these. My niece, as soon as he saw one, wanted one of these. This is a roto casting machine, not a electronic oven one. This is a hand crank one, so you can get a little bit more precise and, you know, do some fun stuff with it. Don't know what it looks like yet. It looks like it's already pretty much assembled, which is pretty awesome. But I just wanted to film very quickly this whole process.
They are not a pussy.
Okay. Okay, so this is the design, I guess. Is that? No, does it click in there?
I don't know if that click or.
Well, there's no instructions, it looks like, so.
Well, I guess it will be something like this, no?
Yeah, something like this. Oh yeah, because then you got the screws here that aren't screwed in yet. Yeah, it lines up like that, probably
I
edge
don't know
to
if
edge.
it will be like that.
Yeah, flip it over, I don't know why. That makes more sense for them to be like in there, no?
Like be in the top like here?
Maybe. I don't know. We're gonna pause. We'll be right back. Okay, and that's the peg set of the handle.
I can't believe you like that. That's
Yeah, that's it. Let's figure out which motion it turns best in. Probably either one, right?
Holy moly.
Okay, so this is a roto casting machine. Let me get this crank a few times. So the idea of a roto casting machine is you want to put a mold inside here, sandwich between two boards, and fill it with resin. And you close it, and you just spin it like this, coating the entire interior of your roto casting machine, or your entire mold, with resin. Pretty simple design. This is if you want it to freely spin, there's like a little washer here that helps it freely spin. I have seen people modify these by adding a drill to one side on the chuck, and then they spin it like this. And they just hold the drill, and then like the drill's like, and it will run. So for longer resins, that might be something we consider.
This, I think you get like better control with the hand because
Oh,
you even
yeah.
don't do it that fast.
Yeah.
You do it more slowly. That's like too fast. Like every time that's on, you do like really slowly.
All right, well, we're gonna assemble it real quick. Should probably, yeah. Let's turn one more time. Okay, we're back. It's been a long time. I was spinning that long enough for the camera to say fuck this. And now we got the mold. Gonna check it out. Okay. Oh, it looks nice. It looks pretty nice in there. Dude, nice. Yeah, so hot glue, for those wondering, is not a good choice because it melts. Nah, it's fine. It's actually made like a really nice plug. Almost perfect. Fits exactly in all those spots. Alright. Yeah, the problem with a hollow casting like this is getting it out and hoping that it's thick enough. All in all, though, it's a success. It's hollow. Came out pretty good. I actually am really happy with this. Mice, are you happy with this? This is the one that looks like a zombie. Looks like a zombie. If you hold it up the light, you can see some of the hollowness. Plenty in the face.
You can probably like cut this so you really see how hollow it is.
Let's do it while it's warm.
How thick it is.
We'll be right back. Alright, so that's what that does. We actually just pull it on the mold and we cut a hole in the bottom, even though it was sealed, to show you that it's hollow. So, little zombie baby head. I think you guys have seen this one in like another video before, if not. Just like kind of a weird little test experiment. Grabs all the texture and the detail. We think this on the side actually wasn't from this mold originally. I think what happened is the resin was starting to kick and I turned it too quickly and it pulled the resin out and then put new resin on top of it. So there's little things here and there, but overall super happy with this. Fun addition to the studio. Not bad at all. If you guys are interested in me doing like a studio tour of the whole space, we should have it set up pretty soon. Probably by the time this video comes out, we'll be up and running with the studio space. Okay, so tonight I'm actually going to be sculpting a new toy using like a modeling method. So basically like scratch building with styrene. This is the character I'm working on. And this was like the first initial like sculpting and everything that I did. Not too bad. I like it, but it's not 100% perfect. This is made out of styrene and resin. It's pretty good, but I like the elongated character a little bit more, and I want to get this scaled a bit more proportionally. So, have the artwork scaled on my screen, and it's approximately going to be about 5 inches tall. So, I've already gone ahead, drawn this, scaled it, and I'm just going to kind of get to work. And I'll check periodically and try to answer questions when I can. I think we're actually gonna be like wrapping up this video kind of soon. Had a bunch of projects going on. It's now, God, what is it? It's October 24th. I have no idea the last time I filmed a clip, but it was definitely a couple weeks ago. I'm working on this guy right here. I'll actually show you guys what this character is gonna look like. It's a little illustration on screen. Almost done. Just got the main body here. Have the arm kind of figured out. The arm system. If we can get this to pop out of here. Come on. Try not to mess up the epoxy sculpt that's on there. Alright, arm. It's actually like the shoulder, not the arm. But here's a basic character design. You can kind of see some of the stuff in here. If it'll actually show. Yeah, you can kind of see in there, right? Looks pretty cool. Got the legs going. So this is a character I've been working on. I wanted to get done in October. It's the 24th. That's not going to happen, so I'll probably have that one done in a couple weeks. So that'll be in the next video. But yeah, I've just been working a lot. I wanted to kind of show the studio off a little bit before I end the video. It's a disaster right now. Got a roto casting machine in the studio now. So yeah, roto casting machine. That thing's kind of sick. And it makes parts hollow. This is actually a piece that I've been working on. Cut out a section so you guys can see it. That's like one of those castings from there. We have a ton of plans for this piece of equipment with some other like designs and ideas. Probably gonna be something really big. Like, I don't know, like a foot tall maybe. Or as big as we can go. I haven't really figured that out yet, but we're nice. We're working on that. And that's kind of it. So, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this update. I know it's a little random and not well shot. There's a bunch of craziness going on, but, you know, that's just how it is when you move to a new place. Hopefully we'll be set up doing new things really soon. This toy will be out very soon, or at least completed very soon. And I'm going to be moving on to actually the whole process of making another character, because I was trying to get this thing done. I just forgot to film a ton of stuff and just like was like, oh, fuck it. We're just going to go for it. So the next one, the next non studio vlog video, we'll actually do like the full in process, how to make a designer toy, because I'm just sick of being asked about it from an old video from when I first started the channel. We're going to make something that's fun. You guys can follow along. I'm going to show you 2 different methods using like the traditional modeling method and also like some 3D modeling as well that you can do that's really simple that anyone can do and make your first designer toy. So should be fun, and I guess I'll see you when that happens. Alright, peace. Dude, being a YouTuber is fucking hard. How 15-year-olds do this shit? Alright. Alright guys, what's up? It is Studio Vlog 13. I just forgot after saying it 500 fucking times. Okay. I'm gonna restart that in just a second. I can't do this shit.